Sometimes, behind the flashing numbers of net worth and the glitter of private jets, there lies something far more powerful: human stories. Stories of people who rose from nothing, stumbled, fell, and got back up. Stories that remind us that kindness, humility, and compassion can live even in the highest towers of wealth. In 2025, the world's richest individuals were often portrayed as untouchable legends. But when you look closely, you find something far more meaningful: moments where extraordinary success meets extraordinary humanity. Before we dive into these stories, make sure to subscribe to Storysphere. Your support helps us continue sharing powerful, emotional stories that move hearts. Don't forget to like this video, comment your thoughts, and join our growing family of storytellers. The world of 2025 was buzzing with headlines about billionaires, but behind the scenes, each of the top 10 had a moment, small to them, life-changing to someone else, where kindness left a quiet but unforgettable mark. Let's begin with the man who topped the list that year. Despite his unimaginable wealth, he never forgot the trembling nights sleeping in a tiny garage as a young dreamer. One winter morning, as reporters rushed to capture photos outside his headquarters, he stopped everything because he saw an older employee struggling to carry a heavy box through the snow. Cameras clicked, people stared, but he didn't care. He walked over, helped the man carry it inside, and made sure he got warm coffee and a ride home. Later he said, "If I can't pause my billion-dollar day for kindness, then what's the point of any of it?" His wealth made headlines, but that small moment made history in the hearts of those who witnessed it. Second on the list was a tech visionary known for her intense focus and tough leadership. Yet, every Friday, without fail, she visited a small community school she once attended. Not for publicity, not for photos. She simply sat with students, listened to their stories, and reminded them that brilliance could grow anywhere, even in a neighborhood most people ignored. One afternoon, a shy girl whispered to her, "Do you think someone like me can be like you?" The billionaire smiled gently and said, "Someone like you can be even more." That sentence didn't cost $1, yet it changed a life. The third richest man in 2025 built his empire on clean energy, and while the world admired his innovations, few knew his greatest habit: writing handwritten letters. Every month, he sent 10 personal letters to young entrepreneurs who had reached out to him. One of them later said, "He didn't invest money in me, but he invested belief." That was enough. Kindness, once again, proved more powerful than capital. Fourth on the list was a businesswoman celebrated for her luxury brands. Many assumed she lived only for glitter and grandeur. But one night, after leaving a high-profile event, she saw a single mother struggling with her car on a dark roadside. Instead of driving past with her motorcade, she stopped, offered her own car to take the family home, and waited with the driver until the mother felt safe. No spotlight, no announcement, just compassion. The fifth richest was known for owning a global chain of businesses. What the world didn't see was his quiet tradition. Every year on his birthday, he returned to the small diner he once worked at, disguised in a simple hoodie. He'd sit at the counter, order the cheapest meal on the menu, and leave a tip large enough to change the staff's lives for months. "It's my reminder," he once said, "that kindness is the only investment that never loses value." Number 6 rebuilt his life after losing nearly everything in his early years. The wealth he had in 2025 couldn't erase that pain, but it taught him empathy. He created a fund to help families during emergencies, not because it made business sense, but because he remembered what it felt like to need help and have nowhere to turn. Seventh, eighth, and ninth each had similar moments. A business titan who secretly paid for strangers' medical bills. A global investor who funded shelters after meeting a homeless veteran who reminded him of his father. A media mogul who, after losing a close friend, dedicated part of her fortune to mental health services, ensuring no one felt alone in their darkest hour. And finally, the 10th richest person, someone who built a massive empire from scratch, once said, "I may be number 10 in wealth, but I hope I'm number 1 in kindness to at least one person." He made it a personal mission to show generosity not through grand gestures, but through daily warmth, remembering people's names, offering smiles, and treating everyone with dignity. As we reflect on these 10 individuals, their wealth is impressive, but their humanity is what truly matters. In a world obsessed with numbers, the smallest acts of kindness still shine the brightest. And if the richest people on earth can pause their lives to show compassion, then surely we can too. Kindness is the currency of the heart, limitless, powerful, and capable of changing the world, but let's choose to spend it generously.